Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Monday conversation. Father Pat is with us as usual, and Father, Sunday was Good Shepherd Sunday, and it was a weekend that we talked a lot about our vocations, and continue to do so today.
Yeah, so when we think of vocations, we normally just think of vocations in terms of the priesthood or the diaconate, religious life, but we all have a vocation. And vocation means to be called, and we're all called by God, as I said in my homily, and especially this Easter season, as we've been reflecting on our new life in Christ, the fact that in baptism we die with Christ and rise with Christ to a new life, and been assessing where we are in this new life and what that next step is that we need to take. I encourage everyone to just think about their vocation. That's simply a question of, how is God calling you? What does God want of you? What is God calling you to do today to just take that next step? And this weekend out on the plaza, we handed out a little flyer that had some thoughts, some suggestions about different vocations that we have in here in the parish. Things like to be a Vincentian, to help St. Vincent de Paul, to help those in need, hospital chaplain, prison chaplain, deacon, spiritual director. Um, but it's not just that those big vocations like that, but it's just taking that next step, getting involved in a ministry to help you to move towards a potential vocation, to help you to discern that vocation, to get involved in our prison ministry or our hospital ministry, our visitation ministry. Right now, with this coming out of this pandemic, there's so many of our ministries, like the hospital ministry and the prison ministry, that was shut down. And we're now starting to gear them back up as we're able to go back in and visit our hospitals and our nursing homes and our prison units. And so right now is a time that I encourage anyone, if God's tugging on your heart, to consider, how that is that God is tugging on you. One good ministry that we really need help with as we come out of this pandemic is our liturgical ministries. As we gear up Mass more and more, we're going to need more and more help with ushers and sacristans and adult servers. There's lots of opportunities. We need more lectors. We'll soon be inviting our extraordinary ministers of Holy Communion to come back and help us out at the Mass. And so we need more people to help us out that way. So, if you feel called for any of those ministries, give a call here to the parish, send us a note, and we'll talk to you more about what those vocations are. Mm-hmm.
And in the end, I guess we should say that vocations are God's grace and God's mercy and God's work being done here on earth.
It's God's call to us, right? And God calls us all. He calls us, in our baptism, we die with Christ and rise with Christ to a new life. And that new life is a life centered on Christ. And Christ says he is the good shepherd. And so if we are to be in that new life, we must be the good shepherd. We must be the shepherd with him. We must be the shepherd for him. And so that's what it's about. God is calling us all to go forth and be shepherds in a certain way. He's given us unique talents, unique skills, unique things. He's put us in unique roles with our family and our companies and our businesses and our schools, wherever in our parish. He's given us unique responsibilities, and he's calling us to use those talents and responsibilities to be good shepherds, to help others to grow in their faith, to make disciples.
Father Pat, thank you again for your time. We'll talk to you later this week.